All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is map number 3, Mayhem versus Torqued, and we're live here inside of the knife round. Again, you want to win the knife round so you can pick what side you're on, and Mayhem, they have done so. So we're going to see them picking their side of the map here, and we'll find out what they decide to choose. Again, I haven't done a ton of casting on this map, to be completely honest, so we'll see which side they actually favor. I think traditionally, because of the long rotates for the CTs, it is a slightly T-sided map, but we'll see here which side they intend to start on. But again, I am Sprawl. By my side, the legendary NIP, Chewy. How's it going, buddy? You enjoying this so far?
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. You know, we saw that first map, and it was kind of a, a bit of a whitewash, to put it mildly. It was a 16-4 score in favour of Torqued, and I thought, well, I'll be going to bed by about 3:30, and here we are at 4 o'clock in the morning, my local time, and we are just about to start map number 3. This second score was actually 16-8 in favour of Mayhem, and that was, of course, in Inferno. So, just making sure all of the players are ready and set to go as we do head into season, and I do believe actually Torqued decided to stay onto the CT side there. I think that may have been the case. I'm not too sure though. We will see if they've decided. I think all of the players switch sides anyway, so we will see. We will get that obviously confirmed when the game goes live, but I'm just waiting on everybody to get ready and get back into the game. We've got one player who is just about to join us in a few seconds, I do believe. So, I mean, let's look at this game in context. Obviously, it's a 1-1 scoreline now. Everything that's happened so far can pretty much be counted out. It doesn't matter what's happened in the first 2 maps because it is all to play for here in map number 3. The odds were heavily stacked in favour of Torqued before this game started. It was about 91-10, I do believe, or something around that. Sorry, it's 91-9 to be exact. I've just had a look at CSGO Lounge. But still, Mayhem, you can't count them out. They've shown in that last map on Inferno that they can darn well play this game when they want to.
Yeah, I don't think those odds fairly represent the team that we're seeing in Mayhem. They are definitely a talented lineup, so nothing to take away from them. At least for me, that wouldn't be the odds that I would give on this match. But anyhow, we are going to have, if Mayhem takes this, that's going to be a lot of people that, yeah, a little bit surprised there. So we are just waiting for these players to ready up here. It does look like we have Mayhem over on the CT side. And again, we're not 100% sure if that's post or pre-switch, but I do think that is going to be the scenario. But we do have a couple things to announce. We have our GoRGN.tv website that was just launched days ago. We already have a giveaway on there, so if you go to GoRGN.tv, you'll see right on the front page, we have the Op Asimov giveaway courtesy of Hito. And that is a field-tested Op Asimov. If you go to the website, it'll be blatantly clear how to enter. As you just click on that, it'll ask you to register on our forums. And our forum's actually a great place to hang out. We've got people like Hito giving away betting advice. Hito, one of the most accomplished betting people that I know of anyhow. So definitely lots of knowledge to be given away there. So make sure you guys check out our forums. I'm on there quite often as well. So we are now live in this match, though, and it does look like Mayhem has picked the CT side.
Yeah, we will see if that's going to pay any dividends to them as we do head into the first round here. So, as I've said, all that happened in the first 2 maps is completely out of the window for these 2 teams. They're not going to be thinking about them. They have just got to concentrate on what happens in the present and what happens in the future as we go into the first round of the game on season it's going to be. So let's see what's going to happen. Of course, the pistol round, very, very important to pick up. If you can pick up those pistol rounds and get that early advantage, that's only going to play in your favour as the rest of the game progresses. So it actually looks like it's going to be a case of 4 sets of armour coming in here for the T side of Torqued, and TCK going for a full set of nades, so a HE grenade, a flash, and a smoke as well. 2 kits on the CT side here, and Davey's going to start things off with the first frag onto Monty.
Yeah, and they're going to be taking this B site here, or at least attempting to. Buzza gets 1, but Mo and DeBorn fire back, and now the control is in their favor. Davey trying to contest from jail, though. We're going to see him try and put some shots on, but I believe he took TCK down to 50 HP, but not quite what he was hoping for. There is a kit on Natu, so should be able to defuse that bomb if they are able to retake. Fox playing from CT spawn connector here is going to peek up, gets Mo with a beautiful headshot. DeBorn peeks out and gets that fragged out, and now Natu in a 1v2 goes down to TCK, and Torque with the first round of this map number 3. That is going to be momentum in their favor.
It's a pretty good round coming in from there. It looked a bit hairy after the first 2 frags went in favour of the CT side, but they got those frags onto the B bomb site and were successfully able to plant the bomb. And not only that, they prevented any of the CTs pushing through, getting aggressive, and being able to try and attempt to defuse that bomb. So, for winning the pistol round, Torqued will reward themselves with some nice, sexy Galils, 4 of them in fact, and an AK-47. So, let's see what's going to happen. Are Mayhem going to change things up? They will. They're going to try and play aggressive, but Torqued are too strong for that. They know exactly that that was going to be the name of the game there from Mayhem. They know that they like to get aggressive on those eco rounds, and so they answered back. And just waited back a bit, sat back and just waited for those players to come through. So, bomb's actually going to be making its way through vents. In the second, Mo's going to find one player there, picks up the second kill of the round, and that's going to push himself out towards mid. Natu, though, in a lovely position, will pick up one, and he's found the bomb there. So, although he has gone down, he was able to take down Mo with him. And the T's have rotated all of their presence over towards the A-bomb site. And actually, they're backing away once again. They're faking going in there from Catwalk, I believe that was, pushing through mid. And now they are going to be making their way back over towards B. I love this play. The last 2 CT players thought that they were going over towards A. Not the case at all. And with 45 seconds left on the clock, they've completely juked them out. And Talk have got free reign on this B-bomb site.
Yeah, Davey and Fox here. Last one's alive inside of this A site, and I do believe that Fox, he smoked off Cat. So as soon as they were thinking about going that way, they're like, well, there's a smoke there. Should we push through the smoke or go back to the other site? Let's try the other site. So, and they got that without any contention. There was no players over there. So beautiful play by them as maybe unintentionally deking out their opponents. Obviously, that smoke providing information. There's at least one player in A. Try our chances at B there. So Davey with a scout in hand playing from T spawn. He's going to try and work the exits, and this is actually where we're going to see a lot of T's about to funnel out here. So first one might... Ooh, actually, no. They found a nice save location. Again, my knowledge of this map not too strong, so didn't realize you can actually stack in that back corner there and survive just fine. So no exit frags for the CTs. And Torque now 2-0, doing pretty good on those anti-ecos. They're going to be able to stack up some money here, as looks like Mo is going to have to rebuy. But yeah, not too bad at all for Torque this far in this map.
2-0 is the score as we go into round number 3. It'll be Davey still managing to keep that scout. He didn't die in the end there at the end of that round, so he will be able to pick it up and keep it in his hands, and we'll see if he's going to be able to do any work with it. And I believe actually he's playing over towards the A bomb site there. He's actually going to peek out and he's going to get punished for it. Mo takes him down with the Tech 9 in hand. Will pick up the first kill. Will he pick up the second? Yes, he will indeed. Headshot into Natu, shuts him down and out for the count. Fox has been able to gather up that scout in hand, but as soon as I say that, still takes him out, so it's now a 5-on-2 situation. No casualties coming in yet for the T side. They've been able to open that door after a bit of trouble. Maybe it was locked at the start there. I'm only kidding, of course. They are going to make their way through over towards that A bomb site by the looks of things. Completely clear initially. Side off is going to be making his way through upper, I believe that will be. Just going to see if he can find anybody, but of course with only those pistols in hand, it's not going to play too much into his favour. Unfortunately, he will get naded down there to 71 HP, but Mo actually gets scored out by Buzzer, rotating from behind. They weren't watching their backs, and they're going to get punished for it. They've been able to pick up the second kill there as well. Will he get a third? No, he will not. Side off gets shut down as well. And 3-0 will be the score. Only 2 casualties here for Tucked. Steel and Monty actually relatively low there, but Mayhem unfortunately not with enough damage. And as we go into round number 4, Mayhem eventually able to buy.
And imagine Mo probably yelling at TCK a little bit because TCK was playing vents and kind of controlling mid, but we saw that ecoing player just come up right from T-spawn up the stairs, and he deked so well that he eventually caught Mo off guard. And again, he thought his mid was completely clear. He had TCK there, no big deal, but that was a frag in the favor of the CTs. Torqued now getting the first frag onto Davey. This is the first rifle round, so Mayhem needs to get this one if they want to build some momentum on this CT side and stop Torque from building up too much money on their T side. So they are moving up upper right now. We see Steel already up there, Monty right behind the bomb carrier in Mo. We'll drop that just outside of B here, inside of lower. So now peeking out, Mo gets a sick shot onto side off as he tries to peek around the corner and get aggressive, but now Buzza, last one alive in sight. He does have Natu coming through vents on the flank here, but it's going to be Fox way away as he's way at T-spawn, and DeBorn actually working the lurk. So we'll see if DeBorn can work anything as he is going to be on the hunt. The bomb has been planted, and the CTs are retreating.
Well, we've seen Talked, you know, when they get control of a bomb site like this and they've got 4 players left alive. We saw on Dust 2 that they like to get aggressive. They pretty much just left the bomb site and decided to go hunting for players. And I'm just going to switch over to DeBorn on my screen right now and just see if he can find anybody. He's playing that lurker role initially, as you did say. Now he's going to be the one hunting them down with that AK-47. We'll see if he can find anybody. He's right in the midst of them, Fox and Natu, not too far away at all. And he's walking the entire way. And actually, there's going to be a player right up the top of those stairs, and he's missed them all. He's not going to be able to find any of them. Is Natu going to get spotted? He will, and he's going to be able to pick up the headshot there after the round ends as well. So that's really not going to play too pretty there on Natu's fun. So 4-0 will be the score. Talk picking up a lovely round there indeed. They got those entry frags onto the B-bomb site and managed to pick up the round. So, I mean, I've got to ask the question here. I just want to confirm this. You know, with the map picks, obviously, so Talk picked up Dust 2. They chose that map. Mayhem picked Inferno, and they won that map as well. Was Season just like a random pick out of the rest of the map pool? How does that quite work?
Correct. So they actually do a ban phase. Well, both teams will ban a map, then they both pick a map. And then out of the remaining ones, we have a random one appear. So I wish I had the information in front of me of what the ban picks are. That is a very key aspect of obviously the map vetoes and such. But out of the random ones, quite honestly, this has been one of the more maybe balanced maps to pick, as we've been seeing a lot of overpass and a lot of nuke on that third map. And when you're knifing for sides, those are not the maps you want. But here in round number 5, Fox getting a very key frag onto Steel. TCK going down as well. Monty going down, and now it's up to Mo and DeBorn to salvage this round. They will be able to take down Monty, or rather Fox, inside of A here. DeBorn and Mo, they are just waiting. They haven't planted the bomb just yet. Oh, the minute the second DeBorn pulls out the bomb, he is going to get peeked upon, and now he plants it, but Buzza takes him down. Mo, he's got a double kill here. Now it's him versus Natu. Both players 2 frags in this round. 1v1 situation. Mo, he's just gonna play this to a T. Now peeks out, takes down Natu, and the 5th round going in favor of Torque. They are cleaning up on this T side thus far.
Absolutely heartbreaking there for Mayhem. They did play that very well. I've got to give them some respect there. They got those frags and they put Talked on the back foot there for a second, but Mo holding strong. You know, they managed to get that bomb down eventually, even though it became very close that they weren't going to be able to come through there, as 2 players actually, I believe, came from Cat and started to come through from T-spawn onto the A-bomb site, but still, they got the bomb down, and Mo with a 1 versus 2 clutch with that AWP, which we know he can do some pretty crazy damage with. And it just seems like, for me, although Talked are obviously, you know, an overall strong squad, when Mo is on form with the AWP, they seem to play better as a team. We saw him just getting entry frag after entry frag after entry frag on Dust 2 earlier on, and all of those rounds Talked won. So, you know, if he can pick up his game with the AWP like we saw him do in the first game, then I have a feeling Talked could take this map.
Agreed, and I have a feeling that he's the type of player, when he's hitting his shots, he's really good at getting the whole team pumped. But when he's not that same energy man that gets the team hyped. He might even be a negative aspect, being that he's, again, I don't have to say it, everybody knows the type of personality Mo has. And we'll see. Again, he's picked up frags early on. He's got 8 in this map so far, but we're seeing frags go back and forth. It's now a 3v3 situation where Mo and TCK have been taken out of the situation here. So we'll see. The T's, they're opting to take top mid. Now Steel working slowly up catwalk. Fox is here inside of upper, gets a beautiful headshot, and that bomb goes flying into pit. No room for them to grab it and go back, so they have to commit to the site. We're going to see DeBorn get a nice shot onto side off, down to 16 HP now, though it is going to be a 2v2, but DeBorn hitting another 6 shot. He's got a triple kill thus far, And now Buzza in a 1v2, he's got an AWP, but with how lit these players are, he honestly could just use his pistol. He doesn't have that information though, so we're going to see him push up from upper, jumps down into Z. He's got one player, or rather J-Hall.
He's going to stick the defuse. I think he's going to stick the defuse. He's got it. Oh my gosh, that was darn close. Okay. I thought he had that defuse there. That was crazy close. And that just seems to be the case here for Mayhem. Like, literally, they've become so close to taking these rounds, and somehow Talks are able to come away with it. I do not quite know how they've been able to do it, but still, it's been pretty crazy. And, I mean, like, I completely agree with what you said. He didn't really even need his AWP there, because those last two tier players were so low, he could have just used his pistol. But the fact is, in this game, let's be quite honest, it doesn't matter how low your health is when you're picking up one-tap headshots with that AK-47 like Deborn was. I mean, he didn't care that he was low. He just picked up that headshot as if it was, you know, nobody's business.
Yeah, we are going to see. Sorry, guys. I quite literally almost died there as I choked on my saliva.
Me,
so I was like midway through that and just, oh, geez. Yeah, not a lot of fun. So anyhow, getting a little bit too hyped there. Regardless, we see pushing up mid here, Monty and Steel. They've got TCK inside of the vents as well, so they've got massive map control right now. But we do see Natu. He's going to get cheeky. Peeks out from Squeaky Door. Deborn puts him down, though. He expected that to be the case, and now we're going to see Fox getting one. Goes down, though. It's a 2v4 situation as Buzza, he's alive in vents. Davey tries to get a frag from on top of the box in B. Buzza eventually gets one with a Mag 7 kill, but we do see TCK. He's actually on top of the bomb. I didn't realize, but TCK will be able to get that frag, and another round in the favor of Torque. They are running away with map number 3.
Well, I've actually got voice enabled, and some of the players are talking in the in-game chat when they die, actually. So I can hear some of the words that they're saying, I can hear some of the reactions to things, and I can confirm that Fox is definitely starting to use some foul language over towards Deborn, because that's, I think, the second or third round in a row there where Deborn has just popped off his head in one single tap, and Fox is not very happy with it whatsoever, as you would expect. You know, Mayhem here on what some would argue, you know, again, Season is a difficult map. Some people class it as T-sided, some people class it as CT-sided. I'm not even going to get into that argument, but regardless, Mayhem picked CT side, and they are getting absolutely demolished on it. And it's just kind of a case of what we saw on Dust 2, you know. Mayhem picked CT side on Dust 2, they got demolished on it. Mayhem picked CT side on Season, and so far they're getting demolished on it. So, you know, they've got to change their game. They've got to try and pick up some of their strats or some of their style that they had on Inferno, because so far, whatever they're doing here on Season, it's really not working for them.
Davey, last one alive, sends TCK flying with that headshot. God, sometimes the physics in this game are hilarious. He gets a P250 headshot there, now has an AK-47, and he will be saving, but he needs to be careful. He doesn't have armor, so you take much more damage from the bomb. So I imagine he's going to rotate back into CT spawn in just a minute here. But we are going to see another round in the favor of Torqued. 8-0. And I completely agree in that I'm not sure why Mayhem picked the CT side. They have shown that they're a strong T-side team. If they get the ball rolling like we saw in Inferno, they build up momentum and keep it going. And here, it's not quite working out the same as well as that. We could look at Dust 2, and I believe it was 14-1 when they switched halves,
yeah,
and then they were able to get 3 rounds on the T side. So again, that's not a lot, but being with how little rounds they had to deal with, getting 3, that's not too bad at all. So being that T side team, maybe they should have went with that here, but again, they know their experience on this map a little bit better than we do. We'll see if they can make anything happen here. As again, Torque 8-0, flawless so far in this half, and they're going to try to take B site once again. Sideoff and Davey both playing here. Sideoff from the second pillar. We're going to see him peek out, takes down Steel. Davey drops down almost recklessly. He's going to flash out. How is he still alive right now? They do turn away eventually to avoid that flash, but we see Buzza picking up a frag after TCK dropped Davey. Now Natu taking down Deborn. It's only 2 Ts left. This is the closest we've seen for Mayhem thus far, but Monty stops the madness, at least momentarily. It's a 2v3 here as, again, they're trying to take this B site. Monty picks up an AWP, but gets grenaded because of it, and now it's TCK in a 1v3.
TCK against 3 very angry CT-sided players. Fox is going to go down, and he will not be happy with that whatsoever. Buzzer and Side Off, the last 2 left alive, and it looks like he's going to go for it here. Of course, because Talked have won 8 rounds on the trot, TCK not going to be too worried if he does eventually lose that AK-47, which, as I say that, he will in fact do as Side Off picks him up, and Side Off will reward himself by picking up the AWP. Actually, no, Buzzer already had an AWP, so he didn't pick it up, he just got himself an AK-47, and finally, Mayhem get their first round on the board. And I know this is a completely unrelated point to anything in the game whatsoever, but I have to confirm that Davey has the best knife name I have seen in CSGO to date. He's called his knife My College Tuition, and that just made me laugh because we obviously know how expensive some of these items can go in CSGO, and it just made me laugh. It's such a good name, so completely unrelated, but I like that.
Yeah, I agree. It's a creative name there, as we do see round 10 underway, and Mayhem, they're getting 2 frags early on. TCK and Monty on the bench, and all 3 terrorists pushed out mid. We see DeBorn getting a nice headshot. Once again, Buzza goes down, and now trading back and forth. It's all up to Mo, and he's been sent down to very little HP. Side Off will finish the round, and what I wanted to talk about is how Torqued might be able to just completely destroy the economy of Mayhem by picking up the round that we just saw them win, but Mayhem answered perfectly. They came into that round with aggression that just completely caught Torqued off guard. They're up mid and just collapsing at all angles where the CT is. So an 8-2 scoreline here, Mayhem looking to make a comeback on the CT side.
I mean, I don't want to say it's too little too late, because anything can happen in this game, and Mayhem are, we know that they have got the skill to take on these Talk players, so, anything can happen here, but Mayhem evidently changed up their playing style there, evidently did something different, and it worked for them. So you've got to answer, ask the question, why did they do it a tiny bit earlier and start to make things a bit more of a close game? But as I do say that, we are into round number 11. Steel with the opening frag, as Natu does get knocked out for the count. The bomb is actually on Catwalk, I do believe, and Steel has to be very careful because he's only been knocked down to 16 points of health. Buzzer in a lovely position there. He's going to get knocked out by Mo. He loses the AWP battle. Mo showing exactly how great he can be with that AWP. When he is on fire, there is almost no stopping him. Second frag of the round for him. TCK will take down Davey. All left up to Fox. He will get shut down in pit. And that's going to be the 9th round on the board there for Talk. They answer straight back to Mayhem, who took 2 rounds on the trot there. And they didn't allow them to do anything crazy. They went, okay, you pick up 2 rounds, we're going to answer straight back to you and show you, no, we are the masters of this map. And yeah, as we go into round number 12, still not sitting too pretty here for Mayhem. And unfortunately, to even their economy, they've got to eco here.
Yeah, didn't get enough done on those 2 rounds they won. They lost enough players that, or at least on the Torque side, they killed enough players on the Mayhem side that now they picked up one back on the eco. Is the Mayhem lineup, and it looks like they are going to go for an A take once again. They've got Steel and Mo working towards Squeaky Door, and the bomb on DeBorn just kind of fading back here, but TCK gets one early onto Buzza. Fox goes down as well, so does Natu, and Davey, he's on the bench, so now it's Side Off versus the world, 1v5, and he's only got a P250 in hand, so you see him just kind of jumping around to the B site, realizes that more or less he can just work some exit frags, but nothing else might. It's hard to believe that he would clutch this round. So he is going to take down TCK to 31 HP. We'll see if he can maybe finish off that frag and reward himself with a weapon. But as of now, just holding tight and Torqued with 10 rounds moving into... oh, actually, they just planted the bomb. I didn't realize that they just planted the bomb there. So plenty of time still here to hunt down this player in Side Off. But he is in a 1v5. We'll see if he can take any guns away.
He won't be able to do so, as Mo finishes him off with the AWP there, was able to find him, and Talked already into double figures, so this really is not sitting pretty here for Mayhem. They are going to be able to buy up pit, so they are going to be able to have those rifles, and they've really got to do some damage, and they've got to do it quickly, because Talked, once again, like we saw on Dust 2, they're starting to run away with this game. And have a look at the economy there for Mayhem. They are able to get rifles, and they are able to get armor and some grenades, but, their money is really not sitting pretty whatsoever. If they lose this round, I do believe they are going to have to eco once again. So this is really important for them. They've got to be aiming for 10-5 here. 11-4 or anything less than that. I mean, I think 10-5 is going to be difficult for them to come back into. But anything, less good than that, it's really going to be a very big task on their shoulders. So round number 13. It is still no casualties as of yet. They're just going to take things a bit slow. We actually see, I believe that's Fox and Natu getting a tiny bit aggressive there over towards the A-bomb site, just seeing if they can find any early information, but it wasn't to be the case. Still no initial information about where that bomb could eventually be heading, although I do believe with it being stacked up on Catwalk at the second, it could be going over towards the A-bomb site. And you can see 3 people there over on the CT side who have made that decision to stick on that A-bomb site, and that's a good decision because in comes the push from the T. So with 49 seconds left to go, TCK will get the first frag of the round just about. He almost got turned on there by Buzzer, but he will be able to pick it up. One Natu response onto Steel. Dearborn's going to go down, and this is just absolutely back and forth play here between the two squads. Much closer round than what we've seen so far, really. And 34 seconds left on the clock. The bomb will eventually go down.
And Davey side off trying to retake, but Mo hits another shot, and Davey in a 1v3, his work is cut out for him. He tries to take down TCK, doesn't get the job done, and 11-2 is our score line. So I did want to bring up that the way that they have our stream set up on CSGO Lounge, there is another match running right now, and I do believe that our stream, the #1 channel for Go RGN, is being displayed for the Flying V versus the X-Mospaz lineup. So if you guys want to watch that match, it is going on right now on Go RGN TV _2. So if you want to go over there and check it out, please do. We are going to finish up this match over here, though. So we are underway. Round 14, 11-2 is our score line, and another eco round for the Mayhem lineup.
I tell you what would be really helpful, instead of myself and Sprawl just constantly reminding people, obviously mods, you've got a job to do. You have the green and white sword power. So if you could post a link in the chat right now to the other game, if there are some people hoping to come here to watch the second match of this evening, just keep posting that link to make sure that people are in the right place at the right time and are going to be able to watch that match. So we're into round number 14, 2 rounds left here in the first half on season, and once again, Talk just running absolute riot on season. Steel with a lovely, nice one-click headshot there into Natu, and once again Davey will be the last one left alive. Is he going to be able to pick up any final few frags and try and take some rifles away? No, he will not. A clean sweep from the Talk lineup, no casualties whatsoever, and he will go into the last round of the first half here. 12-2 up, 10 rounds will be the difference, and Mayhem, knowing that it is the last round, just buying every single thing they can. And Davey, we've not seen him do this too often. We've seen him do it a couple of times. Well, actually, no, Buzzer was doing it a couple of times. I do apologise. But Davey, he's going for that glass cannon AWP.
He is, and it kind of surprises me that he's not handing it over to Buzza. Not to say anything to Davey's skills with the weapon, but we do see Buzza hitting some nutty shots. So actually holding vents here, we do see Buzza not going to get the frag. He definitely should have, but that's going to be a frag in the T's favor. Natu finally able to fire back as TCK gets a little bit aggressive. They knew his location, but Fox goes down. Now it's up to Natu. He's going to get dropped as well, and Davey in side-off here. Davey again with a glass cannon. He's got an AWP, but no armor. Side-off playing from top upper A. Now working over to the horseshoe here as we do see Mo is going to come out, Tech9 in hand, and God, is that weapon good. He takes down side-off with a beautiful headshot there, and now Davey in a 1v4.
He's got that AWP in hand, no point saving it whatsoever because, as we've already pointed out, this is the last round in the first half. So let's actually jump on board with Davey and see if he can do anything. He's just the other side of that smoke. I'm not sure if he knows how close he actually is to Steel. He spotted one player and a lovely shot onto Monty to take him out, doing some last-minute damage. He will miss the shot onto Steel, though, and he will get punished. So in come the good halves in the chat, as the score is 13-2 in favour of now the CT side of Talk. So I really don't think we can kind of emphasise it enough how important this pistol round here is for Mayhem.
Agreed. It really is important if they want to come back here, but I'm wondering what the comms are like on the Mayhem side. Have they already counted themselves out of this map, or are they ready to come back on this T side? We've seen impressive T side play from the Mayhem lineup in the other maps and in other matches in our tournament as well. So definitely good at the T side. We'll see if it translates onto season here, but I do have a couple announcements. Of course, we do have our GoRGN.tv website launch. So we are trying to pump that as much as we can. We've got a forum on there with plenty of fine people, one of which included is Hito. He gives away some great betting advice, very accomplished bettor himself. So make sure you guys check out our forum and our website, and we are going live into this second half. All right, live in the second half of map number 3. Torqued 13 rounds to their side here. Now switched over to CT. We'll see what kind of setup they go with. We do see only Monty with armor. TCK's got a grenade and a kit, and then the rest of the players utilizing utility as well. On the T side, very similar to what we saw for the Torqued lineup in the equipment, but not the strategy. We see armor across the board, and then we've got a smoke and a Tech-9 on Fox. So they're all just walking up through the sewers now back towards A. And we do see Monty holding here Steel as well, and they look like they're holding angles to perfectly counter this, but they jump out like they do. No headshots occur, and now Mayhem trying to storm the site here, trying to get the frag. Steel down very, very low, eventually gets dropped, and we do see, though, it's going to be Buzza trying to fight with Monty. Monty eventually goes down. TCK gets 2 frags. Oh my goodness. Buzza fires back, gets Deborn, but TCK and Mo, last 2 alive, 2v3. TCK now last one. He does have a kit, but in a 1v3 that's looking pretty bleak here. Mayhem pick up their 3rd round of this map.
Mayhem able to hold strong there. They got the initial information, managed to get their picks onto the A bomb site, and even though they allowed Torque to rotate from the B bomb site, those last 2 players which were left over towards B, they got their way through and they managed to pick up the round there. So not quite out of this one yet, and it seems to be a case of this in every single map that we've seen so far. It was the case for Mayhem in map number 1, it was the case for Torqued in map number 2 with the score round differences that we did see, and it's just going to be a case now for Mayhem to take this 1 round at a time. They've got 1 lurker, which will actually be Davey. We've seen him play that a couple of times, over towards the B bomb site, whilst the bomb once again will be making its way over towards A. And have a look at this. We can actually see, I do believe that will be Steel and Monty playing relatively aggressively over towards Catwalk. They played right the way around the back, and it looks like they've heard those plays as well, so they're going to be pushing there, and I don't believe the T players have got absolutely any idea about it whatsoever. So in comes the push towards the A bomb site. They are going to successfully be able to get that bomb down, but you know, they're going to get a hell of a shock when Steel suddenly appears from behind their backs.
Yeah, Sideoff and Buzza here. Buzza reloading, and Sideoff hits a 6 shot, but following up is Monty. He gets 1, finally gets dropped, though, and it's TCK alive with Deborn, as we do see it's going to be TCK from upper, tries to peek out. Davey hitting a nice shot, though, and Deborn in a 1v3. P250 in hand. He does have full armor, so I don't know if we're going to see him just save this. He's looking like he's trying to just work an exit frag. He hasn't peeked out of this hallway at all to give away his location, and now heading back towards mid to save that armor. So good round there for Mayhem, but Torqued with a great flank as well. That worked out almost as good as it could have been. Sideoff hit a nutty shot, and quite honestly, if he didn't hit that, Steel would have had 2, and then the madness just that could have been a round going to Torque easily.
Yeah, it's one of those rounds that could have really gone either way, and it's just kind of like the stray bullet or the crazy flick shot which just lands suddenly, which can be the difference between a round win and a round loss there. But it was a round win for the Mayhem side, who are obviously on the T side now of season, and they're making their way over towards B. So they've got the lurker inside off this time, and they're making their way over towards the B bomb site, and I'm liking the angles that some of the Torque players are holding here. They are going to be able to get some information as 1 goes down, 2 goes down, as Natu and Davey open things up towards the B bomb site. No pushes whatsoever actually coming in from the CTs. They're not rotating whatsoever, which leaves Mayhem with a free reign on the B bomb site, so they will be able to get the bomb down. Sideoff is going to see if he can lurk around and see if he can spot any players rotating, so let's actually just jump on board with him and see if we can find anybody. It looks like he's not going to find too much information initially. He's right back towards T Sporty. Here's Mo, though, gets the headshot into him. Steel's going to come around the corner and actually will take him out, but you can see that already they've got the bomb down and they're pushing aggressively away. They know where those players are, and they are going to try and do some damage. Monty will be the last one left alive. The SMG picks him out, and that's going to be 13-5 to your score. Another round going in favour here of Mayhem, but of course, because they have won those 3 rounds there, Torqued will no longer be on an eco, and they have got those rifles, and Steel actually going for the AWP here. So this is interesting because, you know, I'm really, I mentioned it earlier on, I'm really liking the way that Torqued seem to like to switch up their AWP player. Mo, obviously, being one of the substantial ones. Steel has shown that he can AWP, and I think we saw Monty playing a bit of an AWP role earlier on Dust too, so it's nice to have those kind of like dynamic roles within the squad.
Steel pushed up near back of A, and we're going to see Mo get a frag early on in mid. But Steel is the player that I'm watching right now, as he's got no armor and in a very aggressive position, and that he's got a very small angle to hold. A great one in that, though, as we do see taking top mid control. That's going to be Sight Off taking down Mo, so a 4v4 now, as getting aggressive near B. It does look like deborn and TCK, no, they are going to fall back towards site. deborn just holding on to that angle, and mid control still being for the T. So Buzza pushing up Cat, gets dropped immediately by Monty. Great angle to hold there, as Buzza will be on the bench. 3v4 here, as Davey might be the one to watch for, is now flanking through. If he can come back through J-Hall, actually Monty has lined up this angle already, but Davey hits him. That was a beautiful shot. Now Steel, last one left alive here, and he's got no armor.
He hasn't, and he's going to get naded down there. He didn't actually take much damage there whatsoever, and he will pick up a lovely shot onto Dave. He tries to get the second one, and I think he may have just kind of legged him through the wall or something. He's going to be able to pick up the second shot there. Lovely accuracy with this AWP. Steel is the man right now. You know, when Mo may not be quite on fire with the AWP, it looks like they can pretty much guarantee Steel to do some damage with it. So Natu is going to be the last one left alive, and what looked like a really good situation here for Mayhem has completely turned in the other favour. Natu, unfortunately for him, he's going to be gutted because he's got absolutely no option but to save that rifle, run away, and guarantee Talked with their 14th round here. So lovely hold here. As soon as Talked get those all-important rifles in hand, they are able to do some damage with them. So Talked now only 2 rounds away from winning this best of 3 here in what I do believe is actually the round of 8, or the quarterfinal stages of this tournament. Please tell me I've got that right.
It is correct.
Phew.
Correct.
Almost had a heart attack there. There was like a moment of silence, and I was like, "Oh gosh, I've done it
You're
wrong."
like, oh no, oh no, this is the finals. Darn, no, not quite. This is the round of 8. So you are correct there, and Torqued looking to close out this match here. Is now at 14 rounds. deborn will take down Davey as they try to get aggressive towards this B site. Now, deborn dropping that smoke. That's going to cut off at least one angle for the T's to utilize towards the site, and actually the smoke preventing them to go up lower as well. So flashbangs rain in. We do see it's TCK and deborn holding that site, but Mo getting aggressive now. He's looking towards vents, doesn't see anything over here. And it does look like, though, they are committed to this B-bomb site, and Buzza showing why. He gets a great shot onto deborn, but TCK firing back inside a site. He's going to be holding from pit here, and didn't take very much damage from that last firefight either. So peeks up, almost gets Buzza, but Buzza on 20 HP will get that frag, and now the control of this site is in the T's favor.
The HP advantage is not in their favour, though, however, as both of them, well, all 3 players below 50 HP by the looks of things. Buzzer even being knocked down to 4 HP. Mo will get the entry frag there as he moves his way onto the B-bomb side, and it looks like they don't even care. Talked are just so confident right now that they are just pushing in with absolutely no holds barred whatsoever. Natu will get taken out. 3 kills in a row here for Talked, and that was an absolutely beautiful retake. I've got to hand it to them. Mayhem had control of the, you know, B-bomb site, managed to get the bomb down, but Talked just went, YOLO, we're going to go for it. Got them weak, got the kills, and guaranteed themselves match point here onto season. Having a look at the economy, Mayhem will be able to buy here, but this is a last-ditch effort here. Sprawl, they've got to pick up 10 rounds in a row just to take this game to overtime.
10 rounds when you've been mentally tested for 2 full maps, and now for 21 rounds in the third. That is a lot to ask out of a roster. They're mentally most likely exhausted because this has been so close. They've had to kind of try and use their wits to get these rounds, squeak them out here, but Mayhem with only 5 on this half, or rather in this map total, they are going to be rushing in towards this A site. Already in pit, Natu goes down to the AWP of Mo. He's playing from J-Hall here. Steel gets one as well, and now they are going to be pushing up still into sight, but 3 counter terrorists just completely surrounding them, with Sight Off gets 2, now making it a 3v3, showing there is still life in this lineup. They want to fight for that overtime, but Monty, he has something to say about that. Takes down Fox, will be able to get Sight Off as well, and now Davey in a 1v3. He is fighting for their upper bracket life, but Monty puts them down. Triple kill for him in the round, and that is going to be it. Torqued take this map 16-5 in a dominant fashion, very similar to what we saw on Dust 2. That was a great effort from Mayhem. They really did show an impressive performance on Inferno, but Torqued inevitably will be moving forward in our tournament. So